Uh, Morning, hello everybody. Astro gravitational report daily is coming to you. Look at it to the charts. Actually, wake up about 5:30. It's very dense energies. Kind of like going in, and it's like you're going through the cosmic dust, and you don't have full view of what is going on. It is like a shadow. But when you go through the dust to the cloud of cosmic dust, you don't see it. You only see a certain things, certain point of view. And all of a sudden, when you get off, then is a new picture comes right for you. And that's kind of like I can describe you what is it going on within the energies. It's a lot of intensities done because we lived within a shadow for a long time, and now with that shadow, it's coming out. It shows up. Very interesting that you ask for help and you get help. You ask for informations and you find informations. That is it coming in from within the universe that comes in and help us. And I'm so glad that has some people to talk to. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and see them today again. But when we're talking about the current energies that goes on Earth, they're an important process. Today, the moon, it's going to enter in Pisces. It's going to enter the last stage of a cycle that began of the moon. And she's going to go in the next 2.5 days through Pisces, and then she's going to enter in Aries. Those 2, 3 days that she's going to be in Pisces, that is going to be the end of things from within for a new beginning. What is the new beginning will be? What is the shadow will tell you? What are the things is going to end up? It's going to be end up from within you. A lot of you already went through this shadow and you don't feel it. You feel okay. You feel fine. Why? Because you know that after you crossing through this cloud, through this shadow, through this work, in there, you are going to be fine either way. You're going to survive within this because it's you versus you. There is no outside enemy from in you except you. And there's going to be a lot of changes within that process. So I was meditating this morning and there was a lot of visions within the darkness. A lot of things will begin to be unfold. Be a patience within yourself. Be a continue working the shadow work. Continue doing the things that you need to do from within you, and you are going to look inside from everything from the beginning till in the end of the current moment. What is going on from within your underworld? Because the energies of Scorpio, they're still active. They are very active right now. And that is a Mercury, that is a Venus, and that is the Sun in Scorpio. So be mindful if you are one of the four zodiac signs, or you have a lot of them. Those 44 zodiac signs. We've been talking about this pretty much the whole year has been talking about this energies ever since the South and the North Node they entering Taurus and Scorpio, and we're talking about this. But now the spirit is here, and let's go through it. Let's do the shadow work. Let's look at it and be within the energies. Hopefully, this report helps you to navigate your day. So, Lisa, thank you for coming in. Thank you for the chat. Glad to see you here. I need to adjust this so I can see the charts in here. So that could be much better for you guys. So what's going on in the sky? Actually, early in the morning, it's gonna look like was is the same as the last morning, but it's not. What is the difference? The difference was that the moon last night crossed the union and get to the union with Saturn, and then she's moving away from Saturn. That is a begins to feel the good energy. of this process, of this rebellion that you're going to see, this karmic lesson that was learned, these situations within the shadow that you cover yourself within the shadow, the face masks and so on. And now you're learning that this wasn't right. Wasn't the situation. You might be learning, depends of what your level of evolution is. There's a different stages you're learning. I'm learning something in a very high level. I'm still going to be working on it, but there is something that I did not understood. I didn't get it. Now, last night, somebody sent me a post, and I went to look this post in there. It was a beautiful energy. There was beautiful understandings about what's going on in the higher realm of the astral world, what this is, and beginning to getting new downloads about informations that's coming, that we need to heal the universe. That's how that goes. It's deep, but it's going to take me a time to process it. But I'm going to come in the main channel, and I'll give you when the time is right. So right now, it's focused on this energy. So in the morning, midheaven is going to be opposing Saturn, but it's not going to opposing the moon. You learned the karmic lesson. The intuition, the moon, got together with Saturn, and Saturn gives you this energy of what you have to rebel against it. What do you have to face from within you? That is that energy with Mars, and Mars there is in right now in trines with the ascendant and Mercury. Okay, but midheaven is still at Leo. That is the authority. What is your authority? Or somebody else is trying to have authority over you. Well, you are a whole human being, and if you allow to somebody to have the authority over you, that was your shadow, or using your shadow to have authority over somebody else. You will understand that this has a lot of consequences in life, and that's what Saturn, it's coming into the play and the ground within these energies. Since the moon is going to go today into the Pisces, we are going to dig in more into the mystic realms, the mystic that is behind the shadow, the mystics that it's behind within the face mask. Why mystically we did this? Why did the humanity went through this? And you are going to be digging in within that shadow from within. You know, the energy is pretty much the same as yesterday. We have a Mercury, the Sun, and Venus. They're still in Scorpio. They're still opposing Uranus and the North Node. You're going to feel these energies throughout the day. It's going to be so intense, but in the morning, that's what this energy is. You're looking at for the authority. And let me tell you, the midheaven has got a square with Uranus, it's got a squares with Mercury, with the Sun and Venus. You don't want to talk, you don't want to communicate, you don't want to change, you don't want to have this karma come upon you. But what that is coming from shadow, the things that were hidden behind the veil. So later on at 8 o'clock, the midheaven goes same as yesterday, was going on to 25 degrees of Leo. That is when the wisdom comes in. The Pluto, it's sending divine energies, and Neptune, it says the divine energies towards midheaven. You're going to get these divine messages from within yourself. You're going to get the things that goes on. The ascendant is at 15 degrees of Scorpio. Still, he is there. It's actually absolute opposing the North Node, and Uranus. The ascendant is at 15 degrees, but the North Node and Uranus, they are on 13 and 17 degrees. That means that descendant, okay, it is right there between, exactly between the North Node and Uranus. You're going to feel intense energies out of that. But midheaven, it's opposing the moon. You're going to feel this energy of I don't like what I see. You may, if you meditate it, you may not see a visions that you don't like what you see in the shadow. You don't like what it was hidden from you. You're not going to like the situations that it was there, because you fight it for something, and now you see the truth from what you fight it for, and you might not going to like it, but there is a divine reasons for it. How do you know the divine reasons? Midheaven is that divine energies with Neptune and Pluto, but at the same time is sextile with Mars. and Mars is in trine with Saturn and the Moon. The divine warrior from within you is okay because it learn what it needs to be done for a better life, for a better situation. Mars is retrograde. And people who have a Mars retrograde right now, they're going to experiencing this energy of rising up. Very good. If you have things that they are in the Gemini for it, you are going to be experiencing these energies. Mars is going to stay in Gemini until March. So there's going to be a lot of things about friendships, a lot about relationships. You're going to feel it within the air. Mars is there to correct the things, the right things, the true friendships, the true reality, the true things from within ourselves, and stop creating illusions for ourselves. That's the other side of our self, our false self facing our true self. That's what we are doing right now through this cloud that I was talking about. So at 9 o'clock, the ascendant is at 27 degrees at Scorpio. There is a divine energies with Mars. You getting at this energy of the shadow. You know the reward at the end of the Scorpio cycle that's going to come in. Okay, this is going to be about like entering in about 2 weeks from now. So for the next 2 weeks, stay in yourself, digging in within the dirt, digging in within the shadow, remove the face mask, take a look yourself in the mirror, keep doing your work because right now you're going to be looking at to reorganize yourself from within. With what? With your true self. Midheaven is at 11 degrees at Virgo. That is a organization. You're going to be looking at to organize and heal the things from within. There is beautiful sixth house towards everything there is in Scorpio, which is Mercury, the Sun, and Venus. That is the goddess part from within you as love to heal. That is about to take a charge from within yourself, which is the authority that represents the Sun. Okay, and Mercury, what are you going to tell your own self from within? So also the midheaven, it is trine with Uranus in the North Node. So you see that through the energy, through the conflict energies, but when you look at it, the energies that is in when Virgo within the healing, when you remove the face mask, you're talking to yourself, you reorganize yourself, then the energy goes down to the universe and the North Node, and you healing your karma from within. Those are a very good period, guys. If you're using it, this energy from within, it's going to help you to heal and go through the process, understanding that everything is going to be okay. The ascendant and Pluto, they're getting divine energy towards Mars, divine warrior from within you. What are you going to do with it? You are going to look deeply within your soul and enlighten yourself for the warrior. The worst thing for the warrior is to understand that he's been fighting for the wrong cause. And if you look at it within the shadow, you might find yourself, you were doing things in the wrong way, the wrong situations, the wrong positions, and so on. But you still have to fight to it for you to become the right one. So the next generations after to be the right one after you. And they don't have to fight the wrong wars. There's going to be a lot of internal processes coming. So at 10 o'clock, the midheaven is at 27 degrees. There is divine energies from the moon. It is opposing Jupiter and Neptune. That destructions, that wrong dreams, that wrong situations that's coming. It's going to be squaring Mars, and Mars is squaring Jupiter and Neptune, destroying the illusions, destroying the wrong dreams, destroying the things that it was, so the truth can comes out on the surface. You to remove your face mask, you to remove the illusions, the shadow that you put in into the front of yourself, that you hurt yourself and others just because you didn't understand the shadow what it does. So now, by looking at this, midheaven is in trine with Pluto transformation. So by going into this transformation, Pluto is a sextile with Neptune and Jupiter. Instead of having this internal fight, You go into the process of transformations, not fights anymore, but the processes of transformations from within you, that you are looking at this energy and you are transforming in a very beautiful way. The ascendant actually has no aspects at this time. It is at 9 degrees of Sagittarius. It's like, I don't want to express nothing. No, you don't have to express nothing. You have to do something. You don't have to express what you're going to do. That's what this is. Because people can talk, but how they do the work? No. And that's what this energy at this time. So around 10 o'clock, which is present moment, it is about to get to work. Go to work. Go get the things done. Not just thinking about it, not just doing about it. Go transform yourself. That is what this energy is going to be coming in. So at 11 o'clock, the ascendant is at 22 degrees of Sagittarius is going to be opposing Mars. It's like somebody's going to tell you, oh, well, this is not okay, that is not okay. You know what, you should not do this. Or expression is like, come on, this is all BS, a shadow work. What are you talking about? You're okay the way you are. Your old self is okay. You're going to tell this to yourself. So be mindful with this energy is what you're telling yourself. But the midheaven is in Libra. It is at 14 degrees 4 minutes in Libra. There is a divine energies towards North Node, the balance within the energies in the universe. That's what this is, because North Node and Uranus, they are both in Taurus. They are here on Earth. And guess what? You think the Earth is not belong to the universe? It is. Get real. Okay? You are in the Earth. The Earth is in the solar system. The solar system is in the Milky Way galaxy. The Milky Way galaxy is in the universe. Done? Okay? Accept it. It is what it is. And if you don't accept it, it is what it is. And there's got to be something, lack of evolutions could be in there. But the balance is coming because Saturn, it is trining the midheaven in Libra. That is it. The balance within the karma, the balance within the energy, the balance within the relationships. Relationship within yourself, relationships with others, relationships with everyone that is in connecting to you. So you're going to feel like the need for balance, the situations of balance, or the universe tells you, you got to have a balance with me. There's going to be situations that you're going to be looking at beyond your comprehensions. And I'm looking at some of this, and it's hard to get to this kind of high level of understanding, but I look at it, and I'm going to give you some of the things later on. When we're going to talk about the main channel, about like 4 or 5 p.m., somewhere out there, I have some things that I need to do today. But in this energy, the ascendant, you're going to be dealing with this energy later on. Probably we're talking about 4 hours from now. So at 12 o'clock, the midheaven, it's 0 degrees of Scorpio. You're entering this energy of going into the shadow, going into the cloud, going to see the things. But why? You understand this is going to be a beautiful transformations. You see the beauty that it's behind the shadow from within. When you see the beauty behind the shadow, the beautiful person you are inside of your soul, that you were given this gift of God, that you have a soul from within yourself, you see this energy and you understand the purpose of destroying this shadow, this darkness, this face masks from within you. Midheaven is entwined with Mars. Midheaven is in divine energies with Jupiter that destroys that face mask from within you. Send you back by the time before you knew everything here on Earth. It sends you back. And when the moon's going to be comes in, first of all, she's going to meet Neptune, and then it's going to meet Jupiter. We are going to learn a lot of these destructions that it was leading to the growth of the soul from within us. You're going to understand these energies the more they develop in the next 2 weeks. So stay tuned here. The ascendant actually opposing Lilith. If you don't understand the Lilith's energy right now, it's very active with this. Lilith is at 6 degrees of Cancer, and we're talking about family. We're not talking about only your family. We're all family here on Earth. And now this is a collective work to heal ourselves because of our own family, but our own family heals because of the families outward. Do you get in it how everything is connected with this? The ascendant is in sextiles with Mercury and the Sun, and it's squaring Jupiter. That is a energy that it's telling you that hey, you're going to face it, these destructions, but that's going to help you to look at the authority from within. What was the authority in you? Your soul, your shadow, your face mask, other people that projecting your things, and they create a shadow within you. You're gonna dig in it with this all this stuff now. It just comes out. 1 o'clock, the energy is gonna be focus of what was in the morning. The midheaven is at 15 degrees of Scorpio. It is opposing exactly the North Node and Uranus. You know, the 15 degree of Scorpio is the 15 degree another side of Taurus in there. So that energy of in the morning, now you're working it with that energies. You learn something, you understand something, you understood what your actions they have to be today to do within your shadow. Um, the ascendant is together with Pluto, which is telling you, hey, focus on the transformation. Look at the transformations from within you. There is begin a beautiful trine between midheaven and Neptune. Pretty soon, Venus is going to be go ahead and does that trines from it. Just going to have to get a couple of days more. Then the Sun is going to have it, and then Mercury is going to have this trine with Neptune that is retrograde. You're going to see why are you going retrograde in there all this period. Yeah, you have to look within the shadow of the emotions. You not only see the water that is in the top, you also see the mud that is in the bottom. It's time to dive within the mud. And guess what? To recreate yourself from within. It's time to go within the shadow. So at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, the ascendant is at Aquarius, rebellion time. You're going to feel the rebellion time from within. And that is going to be the rebellion time. But in Lilith, you're going to be looking at this shadow, this energy inside of the family. And you are like, you know what? It's time to fix this. It's time to get on this. You're going to be talking about this because Mercury and Lilith, they're pretty okay. The Lilith language, though, is going to be okay. So be careful with deceive deceptions or kind of like language that it's very seductive from within. We might have this kind of like energy or make some jokes like this. That's kind of what that is. This energy is going to be around, but you're also going to see the things behind it, within the shadow. What is that goes on though? It's coming from the moon. Moon is in 29 degrees of Aquarius. It is trining Mercury, and Lilith is trining Mercury. So more and more it's coming in from within. You're looking at this energy. You're going to be understanding this energies from within, and you're going to be work with it. Midheaven, it's a 0 degrees of Sag. There is a beautiful trines with Jupiter and Neptune. That is about the visions of the thing that what are you going to do after the destructions? What are you going to do after you destroy the shadow from within, destroy the face mask from within? You're going to build the true beauty from within. Your old self is going to die for your new self, your true self to live. That's what it will be. You are going to be probably going to, somebody's going to tell you, somebody's going to telling you to end things from within you, to end things, situations, and so on and so on. so you can have a new rebirth. But that rebirth is going to begin to be felt for about a week and a half, 2 weeks from now. You need to do the work. You don't do the work, guess what? You're not going to be able to get to this level. So at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, the ascendant is together with the moon. The moon is already at 0 degrees in Pisces. Here's the beauty coming in. Okay, the moon is in trine with Mercury. The moon begins to be a trine with Mars, and all this intuition, all these emotions, all these situations from within. Now you understand the beauty that you are going to go through these energies of the Pisces, the mystic realms. But the mystic realms, they have as well. We here have positive and the negative. What fish are you? The little fish in the top of the water or the little big shark that hides down in the bottom? You're going to see the two of you in there. You're going to see, to look at it from within. What are you going to choose to do with yourself? And so on and so on. Because in the mystic realms, you're going to find the part of creation. Pisces is the end that has a new beginning. What are you going to end from within you? What emotions you are going to end from within? It's going to be a beautiful energy. You're going to feel very, very good energy because of that. Specifically, within a few hours, when the midheaven is going to be there. So at 4 p.m., the midheaven is at Sag for it. Hi, Maria Richard. Hi, Cici. Thank you, guys. Just seeing the chart is writing here on the side. Hi, Nick. Thank you, Mr. Alchemy. Um, Looking at that 4 p.m., the midheaven is at 28 degrees of Sag. There's going to be opposition with Mars. There's going to be a squaring with the ascendant and Jupiter and Neptune. I mean, currently, if you're looking at the current situations, you're not liking it. You don't liking it. The things that you built with your shadow, they crumble. You're not gonna love it. It's normal. It is human. It is understandable. Okay, but do you look at it? The divine energies behind that comes in from Pluto, that it gives divine energies to Mars. Hold on yourself there, because if you continue dealing within the shadow, you're gonna make the huge problems of all this crumbling world. The world is crumbling because it was based out of a face mask, because of a false reality, of false promises, of false situations. And now you're going to tell me you're crying because of a lies that things that thousands of years there were in there. But if you look at it within divine purpose of this is we are building a new world, different world, real world, without face mask, without shadows from within you. And the intensity of this is to understand the crumbling of the old that goes on from within you and appreciate it. And that's gonna come because Mars is retrograde. Mars is retrograde for that exact reason from within. So at 5 p.m., the midheaven goes into Capricorn. Beautiful energy there with midheaven. Why? It solves. See, there was a similar energy at Virgo. Okay, when you're doing the organizing and you're thinking the organizing in the beginning of the day, now you have to do the work because back when the midheaven was at Virgo, if you pay attention, there was a trines with Uranus in the North Node, and there was a sextiles with Mercury, the Sun, and Venus. Okay, you understood what way you have to organize. But now you have to do the work because right now midheaven it is in the mirror side in there within that opposition. Now the midheaven is at 12 degrees of Capricorn, has a three sextiles, which is that with Mercury, with the Sun and Venus, and the two trines that are with the North Node and Uranus. You see how the energy works? That is the two sides of the kite. Okay, you guys know the kite that comes in. Okay, but you have only a half a kite in here first within the Virgo. Now you have another kite there. What is the midheaven is actually in Capricorn. You do the work. That's what this is. Now you are going to be focused on getting the things done from within. It is a beautiful, beautiful energy. The ascendant is at Aries, which is giving you this firing power to do it. The ascendant is a sextile with Saturn and is in sextile with Mars. But Saturn and Mars in a trine position. Guess what? You have everything in your possessions. You have everything from within you. All you have to do is do the work. You have the knowledge, the energy, the gravitations, everything is within you. Just don't be lazy. That's what this says. So at 6 p.m., the energy is going to intense. Why? We have a midheaven that joins Pluto transformations. Have you transformed? Did you did the work? Quality check, test. Maybe somebody's going to test you. Did you really transform? Did you really did the work that you did? Are you really saying what you're saying? Did you did you did it? It's talking about accountability, and this accountability is coming. The ascendant, it is at 15 degrees F Taurus, right between the North Node and Uranus. You see that 15 degrees we're talking about, okay? If you pay attention to the numbers I'm telling you, your vision is right between the universe and what you're supposed to do. And it's connecting with Neptune, and Neptune is connecting to Pluto in the midheaven. And the midheaven is with Pluto, and there is a double divine energies towards Mars. But Mars is in trines with the Moon and Saturn. What's going on with this? You prove your lesson, you're okay with the energies of the emotions that you have, and you are understanding the divine purpose behind all these transformations. So if you did the work, you passed the check, you're going to be feel good. If you didn't do it, you're going to feel the intensity of these oppositions between Taurus and Scorpio. You are going to be like failing the exam. And if you're failing the exam, tomorrow is just another day. It's going to be a similar energies exactly within these positions. So at 7 p.m., the ascendant is at entering Gemini, midheaven is in Aquarius, rebellion. You're going to need some more work. You're going to need some more things. You're going to need a lot of more situations to be done from it. The midheaven is at 10 degrees of Aquarius and squaring everything in Scorpio and everything in Taurus. If you didn't do the work, you have to become this rebel. And you maybe don't know how. You know how. You got to find your why. Okay? When you have the why, you will find how to do it. Okay? So this intense energy shows up that the age of Aquarius needs this rebellion, needs this pressure. Okay, revolution doesn't happen just like that. They happen for something. There's something causing that revolutions. And you may find a lot of intense energies that are connecting between the Taurus and the Scorpio. Things that were hidden in the shadow and the reality in the world. That is it to reveal the truth from within you. It's going to be a rough energy, but the ascendant that is in Gemini is going to be a beautiful time with Pluto. It's going to give you the visions because the energy is in the air. So at 8 p.m., the midheaven is in Aquarius at 26 degrees. There is a beautiful energies towards Mars in the ascendant. Ascendant is at 20 degrees of Gemini, and Mars is in 25 degrees of Gemini. You're going to feel this focus more within the divine warrior within you. For it, uh, the moon, though, begins to move more and more within Pisces. Now she's going to have a trine with Mercury and the Sun. That is it when the intuitions lead you within the shadow, the ending of the shadow, and helps you to point everything out from within. That is a Mercury and the Sun. This is the way you do your communications and the authority from within. The big power of the moon and the sun, that is the intuition when it works together with the authority. You you're learning how to do the right things. In the next few hours, when the moon is going to be overnight, she's going to be trining Venus, and she's going to be very, very beautiful energy of transformations about love and the love from within you. So at 9 o'clock, the midheaven is at 11 degrees of Pisces, and we are going to see the preview when the moon is arriving there. There is going to be a beautiful sextiles with Uranus and the North Node, and a beautiful trines with everything in Scorpio. It's kind of like a backwards kite at this moment. But the moon is going to be having a trines with Mars, with the ascendant, with Lilith, and Lilith is going to begin because she's moving forward. She's going to begin to have a trines now with her authority. You're taking authority over Lilith, or Lilith's going to take authority from within you. You're going to feel these energies are coming in together, unifications from within you. Very beautiful energies. If you clear the things, you are going to put the new self, putting back together. No more separations from within. You win over the shadow. You finally getting yourself to touch base within your spirit, within your soul, within the light, within the universe, everything. If you do this shadow work, you guys gonna feel pretty good. Let me tell you, this energy is the way I see it right now in the chart. You're gonna feel it, and that's gonna be happening tomorrow. If you've done the inner work and the peace, you're gonna feel this energy. You already know how this energy feels from within you. But right now, it's gonna be more intense, beautiful. There is an intense within the shadow, but there is a lot of good energies are coming, guys. A lot of beauty because you did the work, you get the rewards. That's what this is. You don't do the work, you still the work has to be done. So at 10 o'clock, the midheaven is with Jupiter. The ascendant is at Cancer. The ascendant now is looking at how to organize things in the family. You have a sextile with the North Node and Uranus, but there is a trine towards Mercury, the Sun, and Venus. You're looking at after the shadow, after those destructions, how I'm going to rebuild my family, how I'm going to rebuild my stuff, how I'm going to rebuild everything from within. You learn that. It's the karma from Saturn. Did you learn your karmic lesson? Did you learn your karmic situations from within? Did you solve your karmic lessons? Did you end the karmic learning so you can become your soul life? You to become to live as a soul, and that soul puts the family together so you can have a collective soul within the family. Shadow work again, right? And some of you is not going to like it because this ascendant it is opposing Saturn, the karmic ruler. I mean, I'm sorry, opposing Pluto, lack of transformations. You're not going to like it. You don't want to transform. If you didn't transform, there is a pressure in the family. If you ask yourself, what is there in the pressure in the family, you are going to see who is there. The ascendant has got a divine energies with Saturn. That's what I meant, to look at these karmic lessons from within. So at 11 o'clock, the energy is going to be begin to be changing. The midheaven is at Aries, and there is a divine energies towards the sun. You taking the energies and you looking at who is an authority from within you. Your face mask, your shadow, your other people, the pleasing, the so on, or you. Deep down in the underworld, who is in charge in there within you? Is the underworld controls you, or you control yourself within the underworld? And that is going to be kicking in the energy of Venus that's going to shine the light in there. That is it, a time of transformations from within. Is the same thing that the earth have to understand. That is the seeds, it's entering the earth. The earth doesn't like the seed because the seed is going to use the earth. But guess what? When the seed entering the earth, it gives life, it gives creation. That creation lives its life, it's dying, and the energy goes back into the earth. But the earth grows. You guys understand it? The behind the meaning of this mystic energies of path of life. That energy only transforms. How you transform yourself as an energy. It's going to be a beautiful divine energies that you're going to be taking a look at it. A new positions of life that it's go on. And that will be for today. If you guys have some any questions, I can go ahead and take him now. Oh, there's a lot of chat going on. Scorpio is my ascendant. Oh, Maria Richards, yeah, you're gonna feel intense when with that ascendant in Scorpio, because ascendant in Scorpio can be people can wake up in the morning and they can feel this constant pressures because the Sun, Mercury, Venus are there, and yeah, so the truth. You'll be looking into that truth, Maria Richards. Yes, I have been exploring authority and the relationship with myself and other. Exactly, you have to explore this because by exploring this, you are looking at within the energies that are in the shadow, and you find yourself in the shadow. The question is, what are you going to do when you find yourself in the shadow? Corrections. You correct yourself. You remove the shadow and put the soul in charge from within. It's going to be a beautiful divine work, if you ask me, when you do this. This Pisces prefer a dolphin. That is good. Dolphins for it, but I'm talking about the two oppositions of the energies within Pisces. Some of the people who are Pisces, they can be nice and smiling from within you, but you don't see what's inside of that Pisces energy. Usually, when you pissed off Pisces, they are very revengeful. You never can really fully understand a person of Pisces. A lot of mysticism, a lot of hidden agendas, a lot of hidden things. Sometimes the Pisces they have a huge problem of expressing themselves to others. So yeah, alchemy, 111. Yes, you got that right. Um, Feeling at the culminating energies. Yes, they are filled sometimes. Even within me, I feel like my vibrations are, my body is vibrating to it. So uh, it's been rough, rough energies. Yep, clear that Lilith. Exactly, Nick. We have to clear that Lilith, but we have to accept Lilith. The big mysticism of Lilith is when a Lilith it has to repentance back to God, so she can get her spot where the God designed it to it. That's going to be her challenge because she ran away from Adam, but she ran away from God. And she liked within the astral world. Nick, very good position that we had a talk this morning for it. Maria Richards, ego and authority, how power is used. Yeah, there you go. How to use your power. Areas in the sun. Yeah, everyone is a mirror, exactly. Everyone is a mirror. So, yeah, it's coming, guys. I feel the energies. It's going intense because the more things are getting uncleared, uncluttered, uh, more energies are fixed. And it feels good, but at the same time, it's intense. Some of you who did that work back 6, 8 months ago, or doing this work through the period, it's more easy on you. But the people who haven't done anything, now they feeling it, and they feel like hell is upon them. You create a hell if you haven't done the work for. But if you need some help, you guys know. Uh, if you people come to you guys for help, please take time to help, because if you remember within yourself, at some point you are not awakened. At some point you are a lower energy. At some point you are in that position in your life, and someone gives you a hand, and now maybe it's your turn to uh, get off of that shadow of yours and evolve even a higher level, with understanding that the lower astral energies, once you are lower astral energy yourself. That's a huge shadow work right there that I'm triggering you right now. Yes. Okay. So we got awakened because we look at it to God, we look at it to the universe. And if the people get an awakening right now within this hell, because there's going to be a lot of awakening people within this current energies, they'll reach out to you, give them a hand. The same way someone gives you a hand when you become awakening. All right. I'm expecting a lot of people to become to be awakened when this Scorpio season ends. And we're going to receive the rewards later on when everything goes in Aquarius. There's going to be a lot of things going on Aquarius when the Sun and Venus entering there. We're going to talk about that when things comes in. If you guys have some more questions, let me know. If not, guys, let's share the love and the light here, and let's go with doing some work. We have to do the work that we have to do. And guys, I wish you a happy day. Uh, go be patient within you, be love from within you, and love your shadow, because the shadow is going to tell you how to live and how to love. All right, guys, be love.